Right, welcome everyone. This is the first video in the free membership. I'm so pumped that you guys are here. I don't like to waste time. I like to jump into things head on and be very direct. Um, and so let's talk about something that is on your mind, but you haven't said it yet. My name is Dartley, by the way, and I'm not an influencer. I'm not a public figure, and right now, I'm just somebody who has spent years doing digital marketing behind the scenes. You see, what I do on a daily basis, I find buyers, I pitch offers, I put people into systems called CRM, Customer Relations Manager, and I manage them before they buy, while they buy, and even after they buy. That's what's called lifecycle marketing. I'm telling you this because it shapes how I see shadow operating. See, this video isn't about motivation. It's about what to ignore. Because most people waste time. They waste months, not because they're lazy, but because they are aiming at the wrong targets. I'm pretty sure that after Iman's live stream, a lot of you tried the shadow operating and it blew up in your face. You probably got no replies. You probably created an Instagram profile that got very few views and very few followers. And in this community, that's what I hope to tackle. It's everything that wasn't spoken about and giving you a place to talk and discuss and even ask questions about making this whole shadow operating thing work. So, getting down to it, the real mistake people make when people start shadow operating, they look for permission. They see a creator with followers and think, if they say yes, that's my chance. As a lifestyle marketer, this is backwards. A yes from the wrong person is worse than silence from the right one. Just because somebody agrees to work with you doesn't mean they're worth pursuing right now. And that's signal selection. And that's what we're going to be looking at first. Before outreach, before offers, before your effort. Let's get something straight so that there's no confusion. A lot of people will tell you, find a micro creator first, then analyze them. That's the easy version, and it saves time, at least on paper. But here's the problem. What happens when a creator says yes to working with you, and only then you realize that they aren't worth your time? You've just made a mistake many shadow operators are making right now, and it's not a small mistake. This one can cost you months before you finally admit the strategy won't work, at least with that creator. What happens next is absolutely unpredictable. You will blame Iman, you'll blame shadow operating, you'll blame the whole system, you might even blame the creator. But the truth is simpler. The responsibility is actually you. So let's rewind. Before you work with the creator, before you even message them, before you do anything, you need to read the signals that suggest potential. That's what this video is about. In this video, we'll walk through 3 crazy simple ideas to vet micro creators before you waste time, energy, and leverage. The first method is how I've used Social Blade consistently for the last 3 years. The last method is a tool I use as a shadow operator. Your main resource is not the money you have in your pocket. It's not your skills. It is your time. If you can dedicate a lot of time to messaging 100 micro influencers, you're in a good place. If you have time to create digital products for them, you're in the right place. So, misleading metrics. Let's talk about followers. Followers are important, but it's not the only deciding signal. I see this all the time. People are chasing micro creators because they have 5K, 8K, even 20,000 followers. That number tells you almost nothing. A creator can have 8,000 followers and be in a decline. That's a downtrend. They could have picked at 10,000 followers 6 months ago, posted content their audience don't care about and don't like, and now everything is flat. Low comments, low saves, and no curiosity at all. From a shadow operating perspective, that's a dead room. High follower count plus low engagement means attention has already left, and that's a red flag. Be honest with me. You've gone over to Instagram and if you've looked at a few Instagram profiles and thought it would be so easy to reach out to this person just because you looked at their content and the number of followers they have. But there's more to look at. And I'm going to show you exactly what to look for by using Social Blade. Iman Gadzhi introduced Social Blade to you. Some of you did know about Social Blade before, but you don't have a tutorial. And so I'm going to give you a very quick tutorial about how Social Blade works and also some of the tricks you need to use to vet your creator as well. Okay, so now we are in Social Blade. We are going to be vetting, or rather analyzing, our micro creators that we want to approach. So we found a creator, we've put them into the search bar. I will show you exactly how to do it on Instagram. It's the same style, same system that Iman Gadzhi has used, but mine has a little bit of a twist. But either way, I'll show it to you in the second trick. But now we're looking at Social Blade here, and we can see some of the obvious information that we can see on his page. So here we're looking at amount of followers, which we already know. Amount of followers he's following, we already know it. The media count, this is how many videos he's posted. And this one here is the most important. It's the engagement rate. This engagement rate talks about the percentage that measures how many people are commenting, sharing, liking his videos, and also looking at his social media profile, how many followers he's getting in a day, in a week. He's on 1.2%, which is very low. We want somebody in the 3% range. That means they are in an uptrend. Average likes is 610, which is very good. Same thing with the amount of average comments, right? Forget about this grade and all these rankings. These are just Social Blade's way of ranking where they are compared to other creators. So here, let's look over here to the right of the screen. Is gained followers. This year speaks a lot, and we need to look out for this year, because if they're still gaining followers, it means that they're relevant. It means that people are engaging. It means Instagram likes their profile, likes their content, and likes them as a person. This is all objective. This is not subjective stuff, by the way. And so we're looking at the amount of followers. And as we can see right here, there's a flat line. Okay, March 25 to about September 15th of last year, they had peaked. See, this is a perfect example of somebody who you would be interested in reaching out to. You would be excited if you saw this person. You would be like, I need to reach out to this person. This person is perfect. I want to work with this person. But then you look at this, and this just says that their content, their information was relevant last year, September. And ever since then, it has dropped significantly. They're still getting quite a lot of, they've dropped again. They were still getting about 100 to 200 followers, and then they dropped to minus 100, -1. Then they got 58, 100, 300, and then they slowly picked up 9, 8. These are all clear signals that the content creator is creating content, he's posting content, but they're in a downtrend. Okay, followers in the last 14 days is 38, as compared to they used to get like thousands of followers. Okay, and then media count for the last 14 days is -2. These play a big role in deciding whether you should approach them or not. Then let's look here. This I find very exciting. Okay, these are daily metrics. They're giving you followers on each day. This shows you how many followers they were getting or losing each day. And you'll see, a smart way to do this is have a look at the date and look at all the positives, okay, where they got plus 37 followers, plus 33. Then go back to their social media page and look at the content they posted on that day, either the story or the video or the image, and notice what is working for that particular niche, okay? But let's not stop there. Let's move on, because there's more good stuff to have a look at here. Let's look at the average. They're getting 6 people on average per day. They're getting 76 weekly, 180 every 30 days. This is all, basic information that you can look at. These are just the follower counts, okay? So they got 12 followers. This is the total. They lost 10 followers. That's the total. You see how it works? Then it's the following. These are who they are following, right? They followed no one. They unfollowed 2. They followed 2. Then it stayed stagnant for those 2 days. So they're doing more following, but it's like 1 or 2 people, which is minor. Media count also plays a huge role. It tells you exactly what they're doing. Okay, media count is we're looking at how many they posted. Okay, so all these metrics are up to date. These will tell you some of the obvious signals whether you should work with them or not. This year is similar to this year. Okay, so these are monthly gain followers for the person, right? We have blurred the person's name out because we want to respect their privacy. Okay, but have a look here. From February all the way to March, they went an uptrend, and then they went stagnant for about call it 5-6 months, and then they just went down. It's either they stopped posting or they started to post content that nobody actually cared about. These are all the things that you need to look for when you are about to approach a micro creator. Vet them, figure out are they worth your time, and then reach out to them.